If you would like one single video to help you pick the stocks that could make you rich and more importantly sleep well at night not thinking whether the companies you invested in will keep paying their dividends or not, then make it this video. This video encompasses a few stocks I consider not only very interesting but almost necessary for every serious investor who wants to accumulate wealth along the time. By the way, I got a few questions about the dividend safety score of the stocks I feature and how to assess this score. Well, the stocks I present today have two strong features. First, these stocks have very little debt. Having less debt allows us greater financial flexibility. When a corporation has little debt obligations, it has more leeway to distribute resources as needed, whether to invest in growth possibilities, weather economic downturns, or return capital to shareholders. The stocks I present today have a debt to EBITDA ratio under 3 for each year of the last 5 years. EBITDA stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Second, these stocks have had a growing operating margin for the last 5 years. Furthermore, this operating margin has been above the 15% mark. A higher operating margin suggests that the company is effectively controlling its expenses in comparison to its revenue, resulting in increased profitability. Even though no one can foresee the future and anticipate precisely a company's future profits, these two metrics tell a lot about what is very likely to happen to a company's future earnings and thus its future dividends. As I said it, if you would like one single video to watch, make it this one. Now, let's get into it. The first stock of the list is Snap-on. Snap-on is a $15 billion company that develops and offers tools, equipment, diagnostics, repair information, and system solutions for professional users across the world. Further, it provides financing packages to facilitate the sales of its products and support its franchise operation. It supports the aviation and aerospace, agriculture, infrastructure building, government and military, mining, natural resources, power generating, and technical education industries. Dividend yield, 2.54%. Dividend safety, 99. This is the best score a dividend could ever get. Dividend growth, 15% per year in the last 5 years. If you invest $1,000 in the stock today, you will get a little more than $100 of dividends in 10 years, that is a dividend yield of 10.2%. Snap-on has been growing its dividend for 85 years now. I took this snapshot from their annual report and I quote in November 2023, our board of directors raised our quarterly cash dividend by 14.8% to $1.86 per share. For 84 years, since 1939, Snap-on has paid quarterly cash dividends without interruption or reduction. Our dividend is an essential component of our approach to capital allocation and it testifies to the continuing resilience and strength of our operations, even during times of turbulence. Our strong financial position and robust cash generation have enabled us to reward our shareholders with a consistently increasing cash dividend and to support our ongoing strategic investments, organically and through acquisitions." Unquote. So why did I add Snap-on to this list of the best dividend stocks you could invest in? As mentioned in the beginning of the video, Snap-on ratio of net debt to EBITDA is under 3 for the last 5 years. And for the last year it was simply 0. Imagine a company that rolls on, that invests, produces and sells without any debt. This is a guarantee of the financial situation of the company and a very strong reason to invest in it. Second, the company's operating margin was increasing for the last 5 years and last year's margin was a whopping 26%. Do you now understand the safety score of 99 for this stock? According to analysts, the stock could reach $303, which represents an upside potential of 3%. The second stock I would like to highlight is Automated Data Processing. Automatic Data Processing is a $100 billion company that offers cloud-based human capital management solutions worldwide. It is divided into two segments, Employer Services and Professional Employer Organization, PEO. Employer Services provides strategic cloud-based platforms and human resources, HR, outsourcing solutions. The PEO Services segment offers HR outsourcing solutions to organizations using a co-employment model. Dividend yield, 2.26%. Dividend safety, 97. Dividend growth, 14% per year in the last 5 years. If you invest $1,000 in the stock today, you will get a little more than $83 of dividends in 10 years, that is a dividend yield of 8.3%. Dividend growth streak, 49 years. So why did I add ADP onto this list of the best dividend stocks you could invest in? As mentioned in the beginning of the video, ADP ratio of net debt to EBITDA is under 3 for the last 5 years. And for the last year it was simply 0.31. Second, the company's operating margin was increasing for the last 5 years and last year's margin was a whopping 26%. This is why the safety score of the dividend is so high at 97. According to analysts, the stock could reach $257, which represents an upside potential of 3%. Stock 3, Novartis. Novartis AG is a $200 billion company that conducts research development, manufacturing and marketing of healthcare products in Switzerland and around the world. It provides prescription drugs to individuals and physicians. It specializes in therapeutic areas such as cardiovascular, renal and metabolic, immunology, neurology, and oncology, as well as ophthalmology and hematology. Dividend yield, 3.95%. Dividend safety, 61. Dividend growth, 7% per year in the last 5 years. If you invest $1,000 in the stock today, you will get a little more than $76 of dividends in 10 years, that is a dividend yield of 7.6%. Dividend growth streak, 5 years. So why did I add Novartis onto this list of the best dividend stocks you could invest in? As mentioned in the beginning of the video, Novartis ratio of net debt to EBITDA is under 3 for the last 5 years. And for the last year it was simply 0.67. Second, the company's operating margin was increasing for the last 5 years and last year's margin was a whopping 27%. According to analysts, the stock could reach $111, which represents a very interesting upside potential of 16%. This is it. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. Don't forget to make your own due diligence before investing. I hope the list helps add some companies to your watch list and maybe portfolio. Please push the like button if you like the video and subscribe to the channel for similar content. I'll see you next time.